Rangers could be set for a significant shake-up behind the scenes, with developments emerging that may catch many supporters off guard. A deal has reportedly been agreed with a Premier League club, and it involves one of the most prolific forwards at the club. The Light Blues have worked hard to build momentum both on and off the pitch this season, but this latest twist suggests movement is already underway ahead of the summer window. With a 20-goal attacker at the centre of discussions, questions will naturally be asked about the timing, the long-term vision, and what it means for the club's future plans. As details begin to surface, this is a story that could have wider implications than first meets the eye. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Rangers are set to part ways with one of their brightest young prospects after agreeing a deal with Brighton and Hove Albion for teenage striker Chris Condi. The highly rated 16-year-old has been granted permission to travel south for a medical and to open discussions over personal terms, with the Premier League side moving decisively to secure his signature ahead of significant competition. Condi's prolific form at youth level, where he has notched more than 20 goals for the young Light Blues this season, has made him one of the most talked about emerging forwards in Scotland. Having only joined Rangers from Hamilton Academical at the beginning of the campaign, the striker's rise has been rapid. Initially signed on a one-year agreement, Condi's impact in front of goal immediately attracted attention from across the border. Rangers attempted to fend off that interest, tabling a contract offer, and later improving their terms in recent days. However, the pull of the English top flight and Brighton's long-term development pathway has ultimately proved decisive. The Ibrox side will at least take financial encouragement from the structure of the agreement because Condi has spent a full season at the club. Rangers are set to receive a fee exceeding standard cross-border development compensation. That represents a stronger return than might otherwise have been possible, particularly given the short-term nature of his original contract. Condi is expected to spend time on trial with Brighton before the end of the season, allowing the Seagulls to finalise assessments and integrate him into their environment. A full-time professional deal is anticipated to follow in the summer, at which point he will formally join Brighton's development setup. The deal will also have implications beyond Ibrox. Hamilton are poised to benefit from the move through sell-on arrangements despite losing the player for no fee last summer when they made the decision to disband their underage academy structure. That move allowed Rangers to step in swiftly and secure Condi services, a decision that has now yielded both sporting and financial consequences. Interest in the forward is not new. During his time at Hamilton, Condi attracted attention from multiple English clubs and undertook training stints with Fulham on two separate occasions. Fulham were understood to have retained an interest alongside other Premier League and Championship sides, but Brighton's proactive approach has won the race. The Seagulls' ambitious recruitment model, under owner Tony Bloom, has consistently targeted high-upside young talent, and Condi fits that profile precisely. Bloom, who has also invested in Scottish football through his involvement with Heart of Midlothian, continues to expand his influence across the British game, and this latest move underlines Brighton's growing presence north of the border. For Rangers, it marks the departure of a clinical young striker whose 20-goal exploits signal genuine promise. For Brighton, it represents another strategic addition to a development system renowned for identifying and nurturing elite-level prospects. In other news, Nicolas Raskin's name has been regularly mentioned in connection with a potential Rangers departure over the past year, yet his importance to the side has only grown as the campaign has unfolded. The Belgium international arrived at Ibrox in January 2023 from Standard Liège with significant expectation on his shoulders. Signed as a dynamic, progressive midfielder capable of dictating tempo and driving forward with purpose, Raskin was viewed as a long-term investment in the heart of Rangers' engine room. In a period where recruitment in Glasgow has produced mixed results, he has emerged as one of the more successful additions in recent seasons. Earlier this term, Raskin endured a challenging spell under Russell Martin, struggling to consistently impose himself in a system that did not always maximize his strengths. However, since the managerial transition to Danny Röhl, the 25-year-old has flourished. Röhl's structure has provided clarity and balance in midfield, allowing Raskin to rediscover the intensity and composure that first made him such a coveted talent in Belgium. Now a central figure in Rangers' push for the Scottish Premiership title, Raskin has become an indispensable component of the side's tactical framework. His ability to break up play, carry possession through midfield lines, and contribute in advanced areas has elevated his standing within the squad. 8 league goal involvements underline his attacking contribution, the third highest return in the squad this season, and highlight the added dimension he brings beyond defensive solidity. That level of output, combined with his age profile and international pedigree, inevitably invites transfer speculation. Clubs across Europe are constantly monitoring midfielders who can blend physicality with technical quality, and Raskin fits that profile comfortably. Rangers, however, are not under immediate contractual pressure. His current deal runs until the summer of 2028, placing the club in a position of relative strength. Having secured him on a long-term contract upon his arrival from Standard Liège, Rangers ensured that any suitor would need to negotiate from a position dictated by Ibrox rather than the player's representatives. Financially, reports indicate Raskin earns approximately £19,000 per week, equating to £988,000 annually before performance-related bonuses. While competitive within the Scottish Premiership landscape, such figures could be significantly improved upon in one of Europe's top 5 leagues. That disparity fuels much of the ongoing speculation. Interest from Aston Villa surfaced last summer, with a Premier League side reportedly monitoring his situation. Although no formal move materialized, the link demonstrated the caliber of club assessing his profile. Should his performances maintain their current trajectory, renewed interest, whether from England or elsewhere on the continent, would come as little surprise. There are multiple scenarios at play. Rangers could look to secure his long-term future with improved terms, reinforcing their project under Röhl and rewarding his development. Alternatively, if negotiations stall, suitors may bide their time. By the summer of 2027, Raskin would have just 1 year remaining on his contract, potentially reducing his market value and increasing leverage for interested clubs seeking a more economical deal. For now, Rangers retain control. With 3 years remaining on his contract and his performances pivotal to their domestic ambitions, there is no immediate requirement to sanction a sale. Yet modern football rarely stands still. The combination of sustained form, manageable wage demands by Premier League standards, and contractual timelines ensures that Raskin's future will remain a topic of discussion as the next transfer window approaches. At present, the midfielder remains fully focused on delivering silverware in Glasgow. Whether that commitment extends beyond the coming seasons may ultimately depend on Rangers' ability to match his ambition, both competitively and financially, as Europe continues to watch. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.